This video is going to be a little different. I have a bit of free time lately, and I want to make more content. It's kind of what I want to do. I don't actually know if people like this. Doesn't matter. I like making it. So today, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight who this guy is. Not too much, just a little bit. I'm 57 years old and born overseas. This is my home. Grew up in a large city, second floor apartment. Not rich at all. Not even close. Lived in the corporate world for nearly 30 years. I'm tired of it, honestly. After the last gig, I realized I only got so many years left, and that's not what I want to be doing. Honestly, it's not. Trying to make a difference where people really don't care. I'm just done. So, this is my life. This back here. So anyways, today what I'm doing, I'm wearing this silly backpack that I got as a freebie, so free's always good. And I'm going to do one of the things it's a beautiful overcast day, which is perfect for this. I'm going to do one of the things I love doing, is taking pictures. I don't know if I'm any good at it. Doesn't matter. I like doing it, so I'm going to do it. People like the pictures, great. People don't like the pictures, great. I don't care. And I love the fact that I'm at a point in my life where I don't have to care. My goal is not to make people like me or for people to like what I do. I just don't care. And so I'm going to take you on this overcast day. I'm going to do one of the things I like doing, I love doing, taking pictures. Our yard is going away starting Monday. You'll all see the project as it happens, but the majority of this will all be dug up very, very soon. So I'm taking advantage of it. I put this little flower pot up here. I'm going to try to take a picture of this flower with the beautiful background. If you watch my videos, one thing you might notice, I got a terrible case of the shakes. Fortunately, that's genetic. I've had it my whole life. And shakes, not awesome for pictures. Oftentimes it works out. I just like doing it. All right, which way am I gonna go? I love taking pictures of bees. I'm not seeing any right now. Keep looking at the pretty flowers Andrew keeps planting for me. There are no bees anywhere. Let's go a little further down. Chickens are doing well. Got wildflowers growing here, that's good. I should create a path here so we can get to the back. It's the edge of our property right there. My favorite type of photography is macro photography. I like being able to take something we can't see and turn it into something we can. And all that back there is hunting land, so it'll never be developed. It's private hunting land. Ducks are enjoying their bath time. Boop. Eventually I'd like all this to be wildflowers along the path here. And Andrea's hopefully going to make an orchard back there. That's a project for another year. Not this year. Probably not next year. So, a couple years down. Every now and then we find these kind of things here. Not sure what that's for, but looks like some sort of candle. Fun fact about taking pictures. When you're taking, well, especially macro pictures without studio lighting or flash and just using natural lighting, because you have a more narrow depth of field, because you have to use a larger aperture. So that's the aperture. Is the higher the number, the tighter the aperture. The lower the number, the wider the aperture. So when you're taking a picture, a macro picture, the more narrow it is, the more natural, more lighting you need, and that's why a lot of macro photographers use flash. I don't. So the way that you get more light is you decrease your shutter speed. But by decreasing your shutter speed, you bring in some movement into the picture, which for macro photography is bad. So the way you counter that is by increasing the ISO. But at some point in the ISO, you you get to a point where there's not enough data that editing ends up being harder. So it's a balance. See right now, I'm on ISO 500 at f-stop of 5.6 in a speed of 1/400th because I have the shakes. I don't want to go any lower than 1/400ths, so I need to either make my aperture wider, which I don't want, or increase my ISO. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to assume some graininess. But the higher your f-stop, the less blur you have, so you need to be very thoughtful in terms of where you put your ISO, your f-stop, depending on how much blur you want. In these pictures, there's really not much to take a picture of. It's not like the olden days where you have to pay for development, you have to pay for film, etc., etc. I don't have to do any of that. So I take pictures and I delete what doesn't work and keep what does. And the stuff I think really works, I share with the rest of y'all. But I have to go in just a little bit, which I don't like doing because down in the Shenandoah Valley, where we are, we have snakes. And the bees aren't as friendly as back in Massachusetts. So when the bees start flying in S patterns, I leave them alone. That's their way of saying, go away, you're bothering me. Up here is where the old home used to be. Somehow in here, we call it the old homestead. Every now and then we'll find traces of it, but we haven't had a chance to dig through it all much. And you can see how far it is from the new homestead. One of the good things about this spot is it gets light from morning to night. It's actually a beautiful spot for a home. If anybody knows what kind of tree this is, it'd be useful. There's these balls throughout the tree. Here, you got one. I have no idea what this is. It's heavy. Maybe I can ask Google. No signal. When I take pictures of bumblebees, I take pictures a short amount of time and then I leave them alone. I respect what they're doing. They're busy working, each one doing their little part to save this planet. So I take pictures as a way of kind of recognizing all that, how beautiful they are, saying things in my little way. Everybody out there, please never kill bees. If you have a swarm, have it professionally removed. Oh, it's a snail. Yes, I know, I'm ridiculous. This used to be the old road. And that thing there, that's just rock hanging out the side of that little hill. But when we first moved here, I just thought that rock was magical in the way it just kind of sticks right out. And that became the topic of one of the books that I wrote, Duke and Toby's Place of Wonder. It's my bestseller. Sell copies every day on Amazon. It's just amazing. The book is special. It talks about Duke and Toby going out for walking around and seeing the rock and wanting to go explore it because they think it's special. Eventually making their way up to it, and from the top of it, they look back on the house they just came from and realize the place of wonder, the special place, is actually the house where everybody they love is. It's just a beautiful story. Can't believe I came up with that. Put a link down below in case anybody's interested in buying it. I didn't share this, but I finally got around to finishing the path here. I don't know if you remember from one of the earlier videos with the tractor. This is a path that scared the hell out of me. I always felt like the tractor was going to flip over. Eventually got through it. Still got to fix the grading. I think it looks pretty good. Need more flowers on this property. Taking pictures of bees. Never take a picture of a bee that's frustrated, or take one and then run. Because it notices you, it sees you. See that bee right there? It's frustrated because it's trying to get to the pollen, but the pollen's all locked up. So you can take one, chances are it's pissed off. It's looking for that little bit that's open. I'm sure some of you are wondering if I've ever been stung by a bee. I have never in my life been stung by a bee. And I've taken pictures of thousands and thousands and thousands of bees. See the secret? Like I said before, respect them. Stay out of their way. They're trying to do a job. As you can see, they're all around these flowers here that are just budding, and they're trying to get in so badly. So this here is a swarm of bees that's really pissed off right now. So I'm going away. Come back another day. This is beautiful. You can really hear the bees. That's wild. Or I should say I can hear the bees. I don't know if you guys can hear them. This is what they're trying to get to. So, am I allergic to bees? I have no clue. This is literally a bee tunnel. That is crazy. Porta potties installed for our big project next week. So that all explains why there's no bees up here. They're all down there. Can't wait until Andrea grows her garden. Can get all the bees back up here. And that's it. In a nutshell, that's what I like doing. That and this, my second passion. Putting together these books has been a source of unplanned joy. They help me deal with, they help me work through thoughts. This one's about grief. Little Marianne loses her flock to a bear attack. And this talks about how she dealt with that. Some are silly. Duke and Toby in the garden. Some are coloring books. Plenty of coloring books. Christmas coloring books. Random honeybee coloring book. Another coloring book. Another coloring book. Another book about love. And this is an interesting one. This is about a three-legged goat, how that goat deals with its disability. Lost fawn. This is my favorite. I'm not gonna lie, I have a favorite. This is about promises made. And it gets me every time because it's about my cat, Toshi. You can see his outline in the tree. Yeah. This one, it's about found family. This one, true story about a rooster that ran away. All that to say, I'm tired of the corporate world. I don't want to do it anymore. What I want to do with the few years I have remaining, I want to fix up this property, make it what it's supposed to be. And I want to make children smile. That's what I hope these books do. Just don't want to deal with corporate bullshit anymore.
Once there was a friend so dear, with golden purse so soft and clear, a tiny paw, a knowing glance, a love that bloomed like springtime's dance. And though the seasons change and spin, a love like that stays deep within. One day the stars called out his name, and though we wished for him to stay, the winds of time, they whispered low that love must sometimes let things go. But love, you see, does not just fade. It lingers on in ways it's made. So in the earth we placed him deep, and in that place love went to sleep. But not for long, it rose again, a sprouting leaf, a branching limb. For love, like seeds, will always grow and reach for light in gentle flow. The tree grew tall, the roots went wide, its branches stretched to kiss the sky. The birds would sing, the breezes play, and in its shade we'd rest some days. For even though a friend was gone, his love still lived, it carried on. The seasons passed, the years rolled by. Beneath that tree we laughed and sighed. We told old tales, we shared new dreams. We listened to the rustling leaves, and in each whisper soft and true, a part of him still lingered too. The tree stood firm through storm and sun, a sign that love is never done. For though goodbyes may bring us tears, love stays with us throughout the years. And even when the night is long, love hums its ever-growing song. A tree, a star, a breeze, a wave. Love takes new shapes, but still it stays. For in each thing that grows anew, the ones we love shine brightly through. No end is final, no loss complete. Love finds a way, it takes new feet. stars will rise. Yet here we stand, yet here we play, our hearts still full, our love still stays. For every step, for all we've known, love takes root and love has grown. For love is here, where laughter rings in muddy paws and wagging things, in whispered winds, in skies so blue, in hearts that beat, in all we do. So live today, run fast, be free, for love remains like Toshi's tree.